Hey yo! Welcome back to John Opens Stuff. I'm John. This is Stuff. I'm gonna open it. And I'm gonna use this neat cleaver chopper that I bought at DragonCon in the vendor hall. It's made from a railroad spike. So I thought it looked cool and I bought it. Cause, well, that's what I do. And I'm pretty sure that even though I used it in content creation, there's no way my accountant's going to let me write that off. So this is a collector booster box of the new Unfinity set. Every so often, Magic does unsets, and usually they're funny, kind of gimmicky, and packed with new mechanics that are kind of batshit nuts, and you never want to play those mechanics in a normal game. Like you have to crawl under the table or put something on your head, or your creature gets a bonus if you're wearing a hat. I honestly don't really like the unsets. I know, I'm a humorless prick, whatever. But I like to play Magic like Magic. So you're thinking, hey, so Hartness, why'd you spend $200 on a collector booster box if you don't like the unsets? Well, the answer may shock you. If you're a Magic nerd, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because they reprinted the Shocklands in this set, and they reprinted them with awesome art and cool foiling. And I wants them, my precious. I wants them all. And they have awesome looking lands, and I wants all of them too. So the best way to get those is in collector boosters. And here we are with 12 collector boosters that are packed full of rares and foils. See, it says so right there. Also, there are stickers in this set, and boy, there is a grumpy old man trapped inside me yelling at clouds who really hates a lot of these things. And I'm not gonna be that guy anymore in this video. I promise. I will talk about the things I like and gloss over the things that I don't like. Alrighty. So let's jump right in here with something I like. I love this treasure token. I mean, it's a person with pink hair, and they are the employee of the month. So that's a treasure. The whole Unfinity set, the lore is built around like an intergalactic amusement park. So you have a line cutter. Some douche cuts in line. Now, for the first time ever, these cards are playable in Eternal formats. They're playable in Commander, Legacy, and Vintage, if they don't have an acorn down here. If they have an acorn, they're only playable in undrafts or some set or event where it's been explicitly stated that you can play with silver bordered cards. All the old cards in sets past were silver bordered. Now everything's black bordered, and the cards that you can't play in sanctioned events are marked with a little acorn down here. So, see? That's a little acorn. Can't play this in Commander. They do have some great names and some great art. The Space Family Goblinson, that's awesome. Also, this set does add a lot of new creature types, which for those of us who, you know, play decks that want a bunch of different creature types, like guests, this is helpful. See, this is the one I was talking about. Brimsbaroni, Midway Mobster, has menace as long as you're wearing a hat. Yeah. These are attractions. This is a thing, I don't know how to explain it. They're pretty and weird. And if you care, look them up. Otherwise, look, it's really pretty. I would care more if this weren't an acorn card, so I can't play it in any of my commander decks. This, however, is not an acorn card. This clown car. Okay, one, check out the foiling. See how like little stars and stuff appear when the light hits it right? That is the new foiling type called Galaxy Foil. And you've got regular foils and now you've got Galaxy foils. So Clown Car, pay X for a 1/1 artifact vehicle. When it enters the battlefield, roll X 6-sided dice. For each odd result, create a 1/1 white clown robot artifact creature token. For each even result, put a +1/+1 counter on Clown Car, and it costs 2 to crew it. There's got to be ways to break this. I haven't spent enough time to figure it out yet, but I'm sure someone will. This is the showcase art for this set, which I like. I think it looks like the Jetsons. I dig it. Can't play it. Okay. Acorn. This is a reprint of one of the old silver bordered cards. Now, I don't know if reprinting that with a oval means it's playable in Eternal formats now or not. I just have no friggin' idea. Captain Rex Nebula. That's just funny. It is playable. So it is 1 and red and white for a legendary human pilot employee. 2/2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target non-land permanent you control becomes a vehicle artifact until end of turn. It has its base power and toughness are each equal to its mana value. It has crew 2 and crash land. Whenever this vehicle deals damage, roll a 6-sided die. If the result is equal to this vehicle's mana value, it deals that much damage to any target, then sacrifice this vehicle. Interesting. Mountain. See? It's real pretty. So for the basic lands, they did 2 arts. This is, I think they call them the orbital lands, and this is the not orbital lands. You can tell it's not orbital because it has, because it has the little orbity looking stuff on it. So of course that means it's not an orbital. I know, it's dumb. I didn't make it. And in each collector booster you get 1 regular foil and 1 Galaxy foil. So this is the Galaxy foil. These are really pretty. I want many of those lands because I'm a magpie and I like shiny things. All right. So out of that pack, I don't have any idea what's valuable in this set, and I certainly don't have any idea what's going to remain valuable in this set. Look, it's a balloon. Oh, wow. I 100% thought that said Sanguine Stripper. And I was like, oh, that's nasty. I've seen that Zombie Strippers movie. But no, Sanguine Sipper. Sanguine Sipper has lifelink as long as you control a stickered permanent. And now we're into the stuff I really don't like, putting stickers on Magic cards. That's never happening. Wolf in blank clothing. That's where the sticker goes. That I'm never going to do. Bamboozling Beeble. All right. So this is a new creature type. It's existed before, but there are way more Beebles now. And so it's 1 blue for a 1/1 Beeble with protection from robots. It has an ability that affects dice rolling. I will likely never play this card. Jetpack Janitor, don't care, has an acorn. Trigger Happy, don't care, has an acorn. Bioluminary. This does ticket things, which have to do with attraction things, and then it has sticker things, so probably never doing this either. Cover the Spot. This is an attraction thing. The attractions are kind of like midway games in circuses, is thematically what they are, but the art's kind of awesome. Main Event Horizon, don't care, has an acorn. Petting Zookeeper in Galaxy Foil. 2 and a green for a 0/4 elf employee with reach. Knife and Death, don't care, has an acorn. This is the showcase Galaxy Foil of that Brims dude that we saw in the last pack. Handy Dandy Clone Machine. I don't know. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Stevie wants to come say hello. That is Stevie's backside. Jermaine, Pride of the Circus, don't care, has an acorn. Pretty Forest, I likey. And Pretty Plains, I also likey. So this is another of the orbital basic lands in Galaxy Foil, and this is one of the non-orbital basic lands. That noise you hear in the background, that is, shocker, a cat. And I have to pause now because Stevie is demanding attention, and now he's gone. Later, bud. Telling you, man. Kids. I don't know how those of you who raise humans actually do it. Oh wait, a lot of you don't. All right, acorn, don't care. Acorn, don't care. Dice rolling, don't really care. Electrocute, 1 and a red for an instant that deals 2 to any target. You may cast it from your graveyard as long as you've rolled a 6 this turn. Don't like dice rolling, don't care. Acorn, don't care. Ballerina. Okay, I friggin' love that. I may play this card just to say that creature name. Also, a 3/3 flyer for 3 and a blue is not a bad rate. Oh my god, the flavor text. It's cute as a mutton. I love it. That's hilarious. Tunnel of Love. Ooh, love. Hey, another clown car. So if this is going to end up being an expensive card, then it'll be great. If this ends up being a quarter, then oh well. Another Sanguine Stripper, which is all I'm ever going to call it. And now we have another acorn card. Ambassador Blorpity Blorp Boop. This is playable in other formats, but again, it's got the whole tickets and stickers thing, which I'm going to try hard to avoid. Richard Garfield, PhD. This is a reprint, and this card used to be expensive. I don't know if it's still any money or not. Showcase thing with an acorn. Don't care. Schwamp. And a mountain. And this mountain is, again, Galaxy foiled. And this is my not orbital swamp. So far, it looks like you get 1 orbital thingy and 1 non-orbital. No, because I've only got 2 non-orbital, or I've only got 2 orbital thingies and 4 non-orbital thingies. So it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of distribution going on there. Artifact creature robot stickers and stuff. Grabby Tabby and stickers. Minotaur de Force. The puns are great. Their pun game is on lock. It's just not really how I want to play Magic. This is another. But man, I love the art. I love the art on these attractions. It's like with the last unset, which I can't remember the name of right now. They had really awesome contraptions, was the weird thing for that one. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Monoxa Midway Manager. 2 black-red for a 3/3 legendary vampire employee. And dice rolling. Don't care. Angelic Rocket. Looks fine. And a plains and a forest. And again, so it's looking like you're going to get about 2 or 3 of the non-orbital ones for each orbital thing that you're getting. That gives me plains, forest, mountain, swamp, and then over here we've got a orbital. Oh yeah, there's a box topper. This, I believe, has a Shockland in it, is the deal. And they do have the Shockland in the Galaxy foil treatment as well. And they're stupid expensive. So I'm hoping that I land 1 or 2 of those. I'm not holding my breath because they are also ridiculously rare. Okay. Oh, see, that's both pretty and creepy. Love it. Today's fortune. You will regret spending your money on this fortune. Almost always. That's another Captain Rex Nebula. I don't think they're... Okay, there's 244. See down here in the corner, it's got the little set symbol. So it's only a 244 card set. And 15 or 10 of those slots are taken up by basic land, and 10 of those slots are taken up by shocks. So there's not a whole lot of cards in this set, really, so I expect a lot of repeat rares. Nearby Planet. Galaxy foil with an acorn. Can't play it. Omniclown Colossus. Galaxy foil. Can't play it. Angelic Herald. I love the art. I love the name. I'm not going to bother reading it because acorn. Can't play it. Still, don't know if I can play that or not. Meet and Greet Sisay. Acorn. Hey, look, it's an island. And an orbital Galaxy foil mountain. So we now have 1 of each of the non-orbity lands. And then we've got 3 of the orbity lands. 1 of which is the Spanky Shiny. You get 1 foil and 1 Galaxy foil land in each collector booster. Now, the reason I'm not completely flipping out over not opening Shocklands and getting any hint of my value back, 1 is because I haven't paid attention to what these cards are selling for. 2, prices are inflated right now because it's release weekend. And 3, the money in unsets is always in the land, and getting foil unlands is always worth hanging on to. Well, I got planes for both of them this time, and I got the same planes in 2 different foil treatments. So that's kind of fun. Not really. They're kind of lame. But random is what random is, you know? I don't expect them to sort this stuff. Shibby-doo, shibby-doo, shibby-doo. You can get a bouncy house. All right, that's pretty cool. And also, you can play anything in Commander if you have the Rule Zero conversation with your playgroup. So if you and the people you play with like this stuff and want to play uncommanders, knock yourself out. It just ain't my thing. Now this card's pretty good, but it does require you to use attractions. So it's your call if you want to mess with it. We got an Orbity Swamp and a Galaxy Foil regular forest. The problem I'm currently running into with Wizards making so many really gorgeous lands in the set they're releasing is I like to run pretty lands in my draft decks, and that shit gets expensive. Hey, this is kind of a thing. I know that this is one of the money cards. Space Bellerin, which is obviously a riff on Jace Bellerin, both in name and in art. 2 blue, white for a legendary planeswalker. Jace comes in with 3 loyalty, and he is a space sculptor. Space Bellerin divides the battlefield into alpha, beta, and gamma sectors. If a creature isn't assigned to a sector, its controller assigns it to one. Opponents assign first. +1, creatures in each sector can be blocked this turn only by creatures in the same sector. -1, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature in the sector of your choice. And -5, destroy all creatures in the sector of your choice. And this is a foil, but not a galaxy foil. Okay, cool. I really do love the showcase art. And a forest, and a swamp. And a clown robot, which is also a treasure. I don't really use any of these tokens anymore because I bought the little dry erase tokens. So if I'm in a game and I need tokens, I either write what it is on the dry erase token and then erase it at the end of the game so I don't have to carry a buttload of tokens. Or if I'm bored and my opponents are taking too long, I just draw stuff. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the core aesthetic of unsets. Tap this land to add 1 mana of any color that appears on your top. A top is an outerwear garment worn on the upper body. I'm currently wearing a black t-shirt with purple writing. So I could tap this to make a black mana because there isn't purple mana. Information booth. DK, Finder of the Lost. 1 blue-black for a 1/4 legendary zombie employee. Attractions and dice rolling. Earl of Squirrel. I love this card, and I really hope that they've errated it so that I can play it in Commander, but I'm not holding my breath. Devil Knievel. Evil Knievel. I like. Mountain. And Mountain. And Squirrel. And a blue. My galaxy foil is the orbital one, which makes the third orbital mountain that I've gotten, and the second orbital, the galaxy foil orbiting mountain. These lands are gorgeous. Mistakes were made. That described literally every career I've ever had. Guess your fate. Well, I guess my fate is going to be opening a couple more packs of cards I don't really understand. Mountain and plains. Neither of which are orbity, and yeah, so now we're up to 4 forests, 4 plains, 4 mountains, 2 swamps, 1 island. I play less of this color and this color than I do of these, so yay me. And I'm going to guess, because that's kind of how these sets typically go, is the islands are the most expensive land. Because island is the most powerful card in Magic. Pick a beeble! Hey, speaking of island, there is my orbital island. And my galaxy foil not orbital island. Wow, I guess maybe I should have bitched about not finding shocklands, because then maybe I would have opened a bunch of shocklands. No, I know that's not how the universe works, but let me dream. All right, we're gonna blow through this real fast. Trash bin. Part of me says that's where a lot of this should have gone. Sweet. All right. Got my one and only shockland out of the main set is a breeding pool, which is one of the more popular of the shocklands. You can tap this. Interesting. They didn't put any mana symbols on these. I didn't pay attention. I bought 3 of these from the shop, from Get Some Game, the shop I frequent, last night, but I didn't notice. They didn't, doesn't say anywhere on the card that it taps for blue and green. You're just supposed to know what a breeding pool does. Fine by me, I know what a breeding pool does. And another Schwamp. All right, so we ended up with 1 shockland. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Orbital, galaxy, out orbital, and then 1, 4, 8, 12, 15, 17 regular lands. These are real pretty, and they're going to end up in a whole lot of decks in a whole lot of places. But wait, there's more. We still has a box topper, which is guaranteed to have a shockland in it, I think. I don't really remember. I pre-ordered this on Amazon a long time ago, so you'll have to forgive the fact that I don't remember everything about, or really much of anything about. Hell, I forgot I had it coming in until I got an email from Amazon saying, hey, your package will be here tomorrow. I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't cancel that pre-order. Okay, then. There is a cat crawling up the back of my chair. Good God. Stevie, come on. Come on over here. Say hello to the people. Say hello, Stevie. Stevie's like, I don't actually speak, dude. All right, what do we got? Sacred Foundry, Orbital, Sacred Foundry. Yeah, it's real pretty. I was talking to a friend of mine last night at the shop, and he opened one of these and said that it was his favorite Sacred Foundry art. And I kind of am inclined to agree with him, because frequently the Sacred Foundry art, not much. But yeah, so those are the 2 Shocklands I opened in my collector booster. If you are looking to get a bunch of these pretty lands for your decks, buy singles. This was a bunch of money for not a bunch of return. 2 foil Shocklands. Yeah, that's great. So that's what I opened. That's me whining about what I opened, because I'm a Magic player, and that's what we do. So till next time,